Okay, so taking a look at a seated bench press now, and this is an entry point for us to start thinking about how we're going to move the torso downward more with that rotation, as it may lead us into learning how to do a full bench press. So it has the same pieces that we learned in the side press, only now we're learning to move the torso downward to find that lockout and come back up. You'll also notice that as I come down, I'm putting a little bit of support on this leg just to leverage the rotation and maximize it. So you can see here, legs are just outside of hip width, giving me some space to move. I'm gonna rotate and move down. So with that action, as we're pressing, we're continuing to rotate and continuing to search for our lockout by moving the torso downward. So just one more time, I'll show you that. Keep that in mind. So rotate, move down. So you can see the difference here. I'm learning to block out by moving my torso down, which leads us into learning a bench press. But if we just use this exercise in general for strength and mobility, we're getting that torso rotation, the QLs, the obliques, and the shoulders and hips working in unison. So it makes for a great exercise in that sense. Last thing I'll note here, box height is actually just above parallel. So James Fuller, he created this exercise as a progression to the bench press. And what James focuses on here as we move from the seated position is that we can start to actually lift off. So using a height that's just above parallel will allow us to start thinking about that as a progression if we wanted to move towards bench press.